What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Thursday, March 27th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Lots of action this week. It's a great time to jump on board. NHL cards all week, NBA, and both those sports are headed towards their playoff runs. We're also looking at the Elite Eight for the college hoops starting on Saturday, and MLB is upon us. Opening day is on Thursday as well. So make sure that you jump on board. Remember to use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off. But we're here to talk about the 10-game NHL card that's on the board on Thursday. For me, I got a 5-pack for the NHL, so I love today's card. We're going to dive into it. We're not going to waste any more time. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. First up, we head to the KeyBank Center where the Buffalo Sabres take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I get it. I roasted the Buffalo Sabres last time out. I think this is still statistically still the worst team in the Eastern Conference standings. But I'm done with the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know this team is almost on its last legs in terms of the standings in the East as well. Right now, the Pittsburgh Penguins, as it currently stands, are at 69 points, 6 games back of the final wildcard spot for Montreal. The problem is Montreal has 3 games in hand over Pittsburgh, as does the Ottawa Senators. And the Penguins are one of 3 teams at the bottom of the East where, they have 3 more games played. So they have fewer opportunities to make up ground. While some may say that could create a sense of urgency for the Penguins, where's the sense of urgency been this entire time? The Penguins just continue to find ways to fall flat on their face. Granted, they were sizable underdogs against the Tampa Bay Lightning, but they got crushed in that game. I thought they were going to be a lot more competitive than they were. For me, I'm just done with the Pittsburgh Penguins. As crazy it is, I think the Buffalo Sabres are favored at home for a reason here. It's a lean for me, but I'm going to lean towards the Sabres on the money line in this one. Now we head to this matchup between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Montreal Canadiens from the Wells Fargo Center. And another game where I think the line is telling you where you need to be in this one. The Philadelphia Flyers continue to find ways to lose games, continue to find ways to shoot themselves in the foot, are making a case to be the worst team in the Eastern Conference with the Sabres only a point back of them for that final spot in the East. Like I said, the Flyers lost 6 straight, 9 of 10. They've given up 7 goals in back-to-back games to Toronto, and maybe even the more surprising one, to the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, Montreal's lost 3 in a row as well. They've given up an average of 5 goals per game. But losses to the Islanders on the road, the Blues, and Colorado at home are a lot more forgivable than what the Flyers have been doing. And a couple of those games went to overtime and a shootout. So, for me, Montreal's the better team. They're the team with much more to play for here. They've actually shown that sense of urgency for a team that's trying to hold on to a playoff spot. So I got to roll with the team that's just in better form here, even in a 3-game losing streak. Back in the Flyers isn't an option. Give me the Canadiens on the money line. Now we head to the Amalie Arena for this matchup between the Utah Hockey Club and the host Tampa Bay Lightning. And I tried to get there, by fading the Lightning last time out. Blew up right in my face against the Penguins. Well, no more. I'm going to go back to the well here with the Tampa Bay Lightning, who are the better team. The Utah Hockey Club have played their better hockey on the road this season. They're 17-14-4, a game below 500 on the road, compared to 15-21 at home this season, 15-14-7. And I mean, we've seen when the Utah Hockey Club have had to take the step up in class on the road, they've usually fallen flat on their face, kind of like they did last time in their last road game. They lost to Edmonton 7-1. I think the Tampa Bay Lightning beat up on Utah here. I'm going to take Tampa Bay to win this one in regulation and on the puck line. Now we head to the Little Caesars Arena for this matchup between the Detroit Red Wings and the Ottawa Senators. And as much as I want to take a shot here by backing the Ottawa Senators on the road, the fact of the matter is I still have a hard time trusting this team away from home. I mean, last time I gave the Sens the benefit of the doubt, they lost to the Buffalo Sabres 3-2. And this is still a team that I said to myself, I should have just stuck to my guns, stuck to what's brought me to the dance. The Ottawa Senators, great team at home, 20-10-2 at home this season, but 17-18-3 on the road. Detroit, despite their struggles, are still a 500 team at home. Their recent issues have come on the road. They went 1-3 in this last 4 game stretch, but all 4 games were away from home, and they lost to some of the best in the NHL in Colorado, Vegas, Washington. But at home, Detroit, their last 2 home games beat Vegas. They shut Vegas out 3-0 and beat Buffalo 7-3. The home team has won all 3 meetings this season. Maybe the under's worth a look as well, considering they've all been low-scoring victories for the home team. But for me here, I got to lean towards the Red Wings on the money line with their backs against the wall. Now we head to the XL Energy Center for this matchup between the Minnesota Wild and the Washington Capitals. And for me here, I'm just keeping it simple. I'm going to go back to what's brought me to the dance and what's been building my bankroll this season, and that's blindly backing the Washington Capitals, regardless of if it's home or away. The Capitals have been one of the most consistent teams in the NHL this season. They've been able to pick up wins on the road. They've been able to pick them up at home. They're 47-15-9 on the season. All of a sudden, the Washington Capitals have pulled into the front spot in the President's Trophy. I mean, they're one of the first teams to clinch a playoff spot. They are the first team to clinch a playoff spot, actually. The Winnipeg Jets not far behind, but right now I think the Washington Capitals are just a better team playing better hockey by a mile. The Minnesota Wild, the thing about Minnesota is that, yeah, they've won 6 of the last 7 meetings head-to-head, but there was a stretch, in early March, into mid-March, where this Minnesota team getting to 2 goals, even sometimes 3 goals, was a struggle. And right now, Minnesota's back in that boat. They had a back-to-back against Dallas and Vegas, 2 of the NHL's best, like they're up against here. And Minnesota scored 1 goal combined in those 2 games. Third game in 4 nights for Minnesota here as well. I got to go with the Capitals to win this one on the money line. Now we head to the Bridgestone Arena for this matchup between the Nashville Predators and the St. Louis Blues. And I'll give Nashville credit for playing their better hockey at home. At least that's one place where they have, played their best. And on the road this season, they're 9-22-5, basically a 25% win percentage for the Predators on the road. So if you think that if there's a spot where they're going to get back on track against St. Louis, it's at home. The problem is, right now the Preds, I think, are just delaying the inevitable. They are at 62 points in the Western Conference, 11 games to play, so they get a maximum of 22 points down the stretch. They're 21 points off the pace of that final wild card spot. They would need a miracle. They would need everybody in front of them to basically lose out or get minimal points, and they would need the St. Louis Blues to go 0-9 down the stretch, and I don't see it happening. Like I said, I think the Preds are delaying the inevitable. Part of me thinks that they'll want to fight for another day. I think the irony is that the team that they're chasing delivers the death blow here. The St. Louis Blues have won all 3 meetings this season, 7-4, 4-1, and 4-1, including a pair of 4-1 victories over the last week and a half. For me, the Blues are just playing better hockey. They've won 7 straight. They've allowed 2 goals or less in 6 of the 7 wins and 3 goals or less in all 7 victories. The Nashville Predators, for me, are dead in the water. Stick a fork in them. They're done. Give me the Blues on the money line. Now we head to the Scotiabank Saddledome for a matchup between the Calgary Flames and the Dallas Stars. And I'm going to take a shot here on the Calgary Flames. Both these teams coming in playing some great hockey right now. Calgary's won 4 straight. Dallas has won 3 straight and 4 of 5. The thing is, for me, though, these teams have identical records, home and away. Dallas 19-14-2, basically 19-16 on the road. Calgary 19-16 at home. They're 19-11-5. Now, head-to-head, Dallas has won both meetings, but the home team has won each of the last 3. And I think this is a matchup where the Calgary Flames, need to keep winning to keep pace in the back end of that wild card race. The Dallas Stars are trying to keep pace with Winnipeg at the top of the Central Division, but I just think that right now, Calgary at home, I think everybody shows up here. I think the Calgary Flames are live in this matchup. It's a lean for me here, but I'm going to lean towards the Flames on the money line in this one. Next, we head to the Ball Arena for a matchup between the Colorado Avalanche and the Los Angeles Kings. And if you followed the wraparound, you followed me on the morning show, you know what my thoughts are about the Los Angeles Kings. You back them at home, and you pick your spots to fade them on the road. And more often than not, I would say you fade them on the road. And the thing about the Los Angeles Kings, I've gone on record saying that I think that you could put a small wager on the Kings to catch the Vegas Golden Knights and to win the Pacific Division. Because you look, the Kings have 12 games to play, including this one. After this one, they'll have 11 games left. 8 of those final 11 games are at home, and that's where the Kings are 26-3-4 this season. They can, win out. They'll have a good shot at leapfrogging the Vegas Golden Knights, who still have a fair share of road games to be played. The majority of their final games down the stretch are going to be on the road. So, LA could definitely leapfrog Vegas, but this is not a spot where I see it happening because the Colorado Avalanche have been better at home this season. They are hot right now. They've won 8 of their last 10. I get it. The Kings have won 9 of their last 10, but the majority of those games as of late have been at home, like I said, where they have been so much better. I think the Avalanche get the job done on home ice in this one. I'm going to take the Avalanche to win this one on the money line. Now we head to this Climate Pledge Arena for this matchup between the Seattle Kraken and the Edmonton Oilers. And I like taking a shot on a home dog as much as the next person if I can find it. Problem is, I don't think this is the spot to find it. The Seattle Kraken, yeah, they're coming off of a road trip, 4-game road trip. They're back home, where they have had more success this season. And during the recent homestand, the only loss they took was a 3-2 overtime loss to Winnipeg, where they also beat Utah and Montreal. But Edmonton, even on a back-to-back where both goaltenders were used, I feel is the better team here. Historically, they have owned the Seattle Kraken, winning 9 straight and 12 of the all-time 14 meetings between these two teams. The Oilers have more to play for here. The Kraken, I think you can pretty much stick a fork in. They're 17 points out of that final wildcard spot with 10 games to play. Basically, they get out pointed by 3 more points by St. Louis. They're done. I'm pretty much ready to stick a fork in the Kraken. And Edmonton, they're still playing for home ice in that first round playoff series, potentially against the Los Angeles Kings. And I think that the Edmonton Oilers can, at least get the job done on the road here, make it a double-digit win streak against the Kraken. They're also still trying to chase down the Vegas Golden Knights themselves for that division title. So we'll see how that goes. But I think in this one, I think the Oilers get it done. It's going to be the Oilers on the money line. Our final game on Thursday's card takes us to the SAP Center for a matchup between the San Jose Sharks and the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the last time these two teams met, I remember this game very well. It was in Toronto. It was a 3-2 shootout win for the San Jose Sharks. And, the Sharks, were able to provide some value there. But as of late, they've regressed back to the Sharks of old. They've still lost 5 of their last 7. Now, they're coming off a win at home over the Boston Bruins. The problem for me, though, is that I think that loss was more about Boston and the shambles that Boston is in right now compared to the San Jose Sharks actually doing something, because that game was scoreless through the first, tied 1-1 through the second, and it only took a goal by Carlson in the third period with just over 3 minutes to go for San Jose to take the lead and then ice it with an empty netter. So for me, I got to trust the Toronto Maple Leafs here to get their revenge. They're the better team in better form. They've won 4 of their last 5. They're starting to pick it up. They're, starting to, put it on because they're trying to win this Atlantic Division title. They're now tied with the Florida Panthers for the division lead. I think they lead now based on regulation and overtime wins. So for me here, I got to roll with Toronto. Like I said, I think they're just a much better team. I don't think they're going to get caught with their pants down this time around. I think they're going to just, take it to the Sharks here. So give me the Maple Leafs to win this one in regulation. Put a little bit on the puck line as well. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Thursday, March 27th, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $15 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys soon.